Most of the universities here are members of the ACU, not I think all, which is something we can talk about afterwards. If anybody wants to give me a card afterwards, I can relay that back. We have over 500 members throughout the Commonwealth, including most of the UK universities, and certainly the major universities, certainly University of Malawi and Mzuzu University in Malawi. We also, as one of our major functions, apart from having our own interaction schemes and partnerships, we manage the three main scholarship programmes of the UK government. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on what's happening with those programmes, and in particular the Commonwealth Scholarship Programme. Of the three programmes, one is called the Marshall Scholarships. It brings Americans to the UK, so I won't talk about it at all. The second one, the biggest one, the global programme, called the Achieving Scholarships, many of you will be aware of, brings about 1,800 students to the UK each year. And I gather this year we'll bring 12 Malawian students. Last year it was slightly more than that, it goes up and down. But Achieving has the merit of being organised on national basis. So there is a certain number of scholarships allocated for Malawi. The selections are done in conjunction with the High Commission, British High Commission in Malawi, but applications are direct, and if you have any Malawian students now who want to come to the UK next year, 2018, applications are open. The website is www.achieving.org, and all the information is there. That's for Masters Scholarships only. I'm going to talk more about the Commonwealth Scholarships because that's where quite a bit of change is taking place at the moment. And I think it's change that may well interest and benefit Malawi, because DFID, where the Achieving Scholarships are funded by the Foreign Office, the Commonwealth Scholarships are funded by DFID, Department for International Development. DFID, while still wanting this to be a Commonwealth-wide scheme, is understandably pressurising for more emphasis to be given both on students from disadvantaged backgrounds and countries who are low rather than low or middle income countries. So Malawi would expect to have a slightly higher profile within the scheme over the next couple of years. And I just want to say very briefly what schemes we actually have on offer, just so you can note them down. The main, unlike Achieving offers Masters Scholarships only, Commonwealth has PhD and Masters students. All subject areas are eligible. That may change. There may be some focusing on stronger development-related themes in recent years. Any UK university is eligible. When I say there's a part funding arrangement, universities kindly have agreements with us to discount 20% of the tuition fee. That's true of both schemes. And we get nominations from several places. The Department of Education in Malawi is one area. Eligible universities, the University of Malawi and eligible universities in Malawi nominate. Some NGOs nominate. There's absolutely no reason in future why the Scotland-Malawi partnership shouldn't be part of that, but we work with people like the Canon Collins Trust, who obviously operate in Southern Africa, and the Windle Trust and so on. And we have a number of scholarships directly with individual universities, in which the universities themselves select the students. Overall, the Commonwealth scheme brings about 800 students to the UK each year, and it's not organised on national lines, so the numbers coming from Malawi could vary widely between years. Typically, I would say between 10 and 15 per year would come from Malawi. Any of you are in touch with scholars who want to do a PhD, and are indeed are doing a PhD already in Malawi, they could come to the UK for 1 year as part of that PhD at a UK university. Under joint supervision between a UK and a Malawian supervisor. The scheme will pay for the UK element of that, the full tuition fees in the UK and the full year in the UK. And we found that's a very good way of developing strong links, enduring links, between Malawian or developing country and UK universities. Applications for that scheme, again, are direct. They're not open yet this year, but they will be shortly, and I can give you the website details later on. Shared scholarships, many of your universities do these already. These are scholarships which universities come to us and say, can we jointly fund a scholarship? A master's scholarship in this case. Universities bid each year for a certain number of these, and typically would get between 2 and 6 awards. It's quite a big scheme, overall about 200 scholarships a year. And again, there the candidates would apply directly to the UK university. So you as a university would be entirely in control of that process. I am rushing through these quickly, simply because I'm giving you a menu. I'll be here afterwards if anybody wants to talk about any of the details. Increasingly in the last few years, the scheme has had distance learning scholarships, as it suggests, students who never come to the UK, but study for UK master's degrees remotely in their own country. Again, applications for this scheme come from universities to us directly, and a university could bid for up to about 20 places on a course. This is one scheme where we take groups of students rather than individuals, and it's the course of study that will be most in the spotlight. The selection is left to the university. I'll leave that aside. And then a final scheme which may be of interest to a lot of the small organisations here is what we call professional fellowships, Commonwealth Professional Fellowships, where our UK host organisation, could be a university, could be a charity, could be a government organisation, could actually be the Scotland-Malawi Partnership, would apply to bring either an individual or a small group of individuals from a developing country to the UK for 1 to 3 months. The priority areas are given there. We do get applications from a very wide range of organisations, as you can see there. These are fellowships, they're not scholarships, they're not for people to study for qualifications, they're here to gain experience, gain contacts, gain skills. And again, the aim is to promote enduring links between the organisations concerned. I think that's all I want to say, because I know time is very limited. What I've done there is given you a menu, a breathless menu. I do think that the Commonwealth scheme is particularly worth watching in the next year. We're waiting the result of a review that we've just undertaken with DFID. I can tell you that part of the recommendations in that review is that we give more emphasis to low-income countries. That would obviously benefit Malawi greatly. Slightly more focusing on a particular range of subjects, and slightly more emphasis on students from disadvantaged backgrounds. It seems to me that organisations like yours are in a great place to help us fulfil those objectives by helping us find the right candidates. And as I said, if anyone would like to give me a card or leave me their details later, I can make sure that you're in touch as things develop. And as I said at the beginning, the Achieving Scholarships, if you know of students in Malawi who want to come and do Masters in 2018, applications for those are actually open now, and they close in early November, so it is quite urgent, and those can be found on the website I mentioned earlier. That's all I wanted to say, thank you. I hope, is that okay? Good, good. I won't encourage questions because that would really put me back. And but do just take a note. Those are the key details for the Commonwealth Scholarship various sites. So I'll leave those up just for a minute until somebody takes it off.
Thank you
Thank
very
you very much. Cheers.